There comes a time in nearly every man's life when he has to defend himself against oppression, sometimes going against his established values. Such a time came early in the life of Sam Smith in long ago Arizona. We call this story The Other Cheek.
Say, you. Hey, are you gonna move or do I have to run over you?
Maybe neither.
Look, either you move or I'm coming through. Now, will you get out of the way?
You know, the good book speaks to the very subject. Yes, it's right here. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent, shall never be moved. You see?
Oh, we'll see about that. Get up, Barney. Get up.
See? What I tell you. I'm not moving and neither are you.
Oh, you. It's all your fault.
Now!
All right, get up. Thanks for nothing, Fred.
Ma'am, could you direct me to the Ellsworth place?
That's where I'm going. It's my father's place. I'm in Ellsworth.
I'm Sam Smith. I heard in town you were hiring out there. I'd be obliged if I could hitch a ride.
You? At our place? You wouldn't last a day.
I'm not afraid of hard work.
You'd never make it with our boss wrangler.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not? Webb Hardy could use a little religion in his life. Get in.
Anybody else?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's who you're working for. You still want the job?
It wasn't necessary, Hardy. Ben tried. The horse can't be broke. You tried and you couldn't break him.
Listen, Ellsworth, if you don't like the way I'm running your place, do it yourself.
I can't do that, and you know it. Leastwise, not for a while.
Then you better go along with my way of doing things or get yourself a new boss wrangler.
It's roundup time, man. I can't. Stay. Try using a gentler hand on the men and on that horse. Slim?
Look, my pa may have to put up with you, but I don't. I've told you before, stay away from me.
Who's that?
That's Sam Smith. He wants a job.
Holy Bible. So you're one of them Bible spouters, eh? You won't have any need for this around here. What you'll need's a saddle. Where's yours?
Had to sell mine in Colorado.
We don't need your kind around here. Why don't you go preach to the Indians?
Are you the law around here?
This is the law. 5 bullets in the cylinder. And justice? That's one in the chamber.
Mr. Hardy, there's a scripture that says, "He who lives by the sword shall die by the sword."
What's this all about?
Paul, this is Sam Smith. He's just met Hardy here. He wants to sign on as a hand.
I'm pleased to meet you, Smith. We can use another hand. I'm sorry about him. I'm forced to take a lot of things with this bad leg.
Don't worry. I'll either make a believer out of Mr. Hardy, or I'll see him leave this camp.
You and who else?
Me and the Lord.
What can you do, son? There's lots of work around here. We need men to ride fence. We need a camp cook to help Ann.
Well, it'd be a pleasure to help Miss Ann, but I reckon I'll ride fence.
You better take the cooking job, preacher. You don't look like no rider to me.
That's what my mother always said, but I'd like to try.
Say, I reckon there is an animal around here that needs some riding.
Not him.
That's going too far, Hardy.
Listen, Ellsworth, you just got through telling me that old Stonewall needed a gentler hand, didn't you?
Don't let him, Pa. That'd be plain murder.
No, wait a minute. Oh, boy. The good Lord made you just like any other horse. 4 legs and a tail. Can't see no reason why we can't get together.
Now, if you could just stay together.
Now, Sam, this horse is a man killer. He's never been broke.
Well, that's all right. I never broke a horse in my life, so we'll start off even.
Listen to me, Sam. He's going to jump high and wide. Lean back and squeeze tight with your knees and pray!
Well, I reckon that's one for the devil.
He never should have tried to ride Stonewall. He's mean as Hardy himself.
Don't worry. Before I leave this place, I aim to gentle them both down. You know one good thing about this cook job? I get to see a lot better scenery than the rest of the men.
Yeah, it is nice. Especially in the morning.
I was referring to you.
Well, thank you, Sam. Girl out here don't expect to hear nice things after living with a bunch of men like Webb Hardy.
Nobody ought to live with a man like him. Even the horses deserve better.
You mean you haven't converted him yet?
Well, I'm trying, Ann. I really am. It's just that I don't believe no human creature's beyond hope.
It's not your fault, Sam. Nobody can tame a grizzly.
Well, just takes up a little time, that's all.
But time's important, Sam. You should spend it on doing things that are, well, on what you want for the future. What do you want, anyway?
I'd like a little ranch someday, but I just don't seem to be cut out for it. You said your pa put his whole life into this land. I'd like something I could put my life into.
I know exactly what you want to do. You need to work with people.
Yeah, I done such a great job with Hardy.
No, I mean you need a little church somewhere. Not a big one, just a little one. In a good town, with good people who are trying to be better, and you helping them to be.
Me, a preacher? Nah, I don't think I'm cut out for that either.
Well, you just said yourself you weren't cut out to be a rancher, and you're not. You're too gentle, Sam.
Gentle? I think what you really mean is that... Well, maybe I'm a coward.
I didn't say that.
It's just that... Well, I don't believe that violence is the answer. But if I'm pushed too far, Well, I got a temper worse than most.
You got a temper?
Yeah, I just try awful hard to control it, that's all.
But why always control it, Sam? Sometimes a man has to get angry. He has to fight for what he believes in.
That's not what the good book says.
Well, I think the good book is your excuse. I'm sick of you having to eat crow all the time from that bully. And maybe, well, just maybe you are a coward.
There, Stonewall. The good Lord says we gotta be forgiven. So let's just start being friends.
What do you think you're doing?
My work's done. I'm on my own time.
I didn't ask you that. Oh, I get it. You're doing a little practicing, huh?
Something like that.
Well, I'll tell you something, kid. If I can't break that horse, you don't stand a prayer of doing it.
Maybe. But I got a lot of them.
It'll be a cold day when a psalm-singing runt like you shows me up.
I'm not trying to. But even with the Lord on my side, it's going to take more than one day to gentle old Stonewall. Might even take 2 or 3.
If he lets you live through the night.
That man sure carries around a lot of fire and brimstone.
Well, how about this?
Well, that's what he's been doing at night.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Well, there he is. Anybody can ride him now. Well, ain't you gonna thank me?
I'll thank you to stay out of my way, preacher. Just 'cause you break one horse don't mean you're anything to me.
Mr. Hardy, what's eating you? I mean, ever since I hit this place, you've had your spurs into me.
If you don't steer clear of me, I'm gonna put some lead into you.
Mr. Hardy, you wouldn't shoot an unarmed man.
No. I'll take it off. That'll make everything even.
No, I'm not gonna fight you. I mean, what would it prove?
That if you don't, you got a yellow streak up your backbone, that's what.
Mr. Hardy, I'm sorry for you. You're sorry for me, you Bible-spouting, yellow-bellied lever!
There is a way seemeth right to a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Miss Ann, can I talk to you a minute private? Mind if I join you?
How many days supplies we take up here?
I'll take 10 days and get some sheep up there, too.
Oh, man, that's for me.
Yeah, we'll take all the rest of 40.
Say, preacher, you know all about the Bible. I got a question for you.
Shoot.
How many wives did old David have?
Well, I don't rightly know, but when I get to heaven, I'll ask him.
Everybody knows that old David didn't go to heaven.
Well, why don't you ask him when you get down to where you're going?
Got you there.
What does the good book say about that?
I believe it says to turn the other cheek. And after that,
The good book don't say a thing.
That's enough! Break up that fight! Break it up! All right, preacher. Now you've gone and done it. If you don't apologize, I'm going to kill you first thing tomorrow. Make sure you're wearing a gun.
I'm not going to apologize to you, and I'll be right here where you can find me in the morning.
Evening, Sam. Well, the cattle are restless tonight. We just might have a storm.
You trying to tell me something, Mr. Ellsworth?
Matter of fact, I am, Sam. Ann and me, we've grown mighty fond of you. You're the first decent thing that's happened to her.
She sure has a funny way of showing it.
Don't pay no attention to that. You don't have to prove yourself to her. What you did tonight to Webb Hardy, that's all you need.
I wish you'd quit talking in puzzles, Mr. Ellsworth. What do you mean?
I mean, Webb Hardy is a killer.
So what do you want me to do?
I want you to get out of here. I'll give you your pay, and I'll throw in Stonewall to boot. I want you to get on him, son. Ride. Don't look back.
Sorry, Mr. Ellsworth, I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't? You said yourself you were getting violence.
I know. I am up to a point.
Listen to me, Sam. If you won't leave camp, go to Webb and tell him you're sorry. Tell him you didn't mean it. Well, ain't that what the good book says do?
It says not to lie. And if I said that, I'd be a bigger liar than the devil himself. Look, it's no use. I'm not leaving, and I'm not backing down.
Yeah. I didn't figure you'd leave. That's why I brought you this. Can you shoot?
Not well as I ride.
Shoot out that lantern over there.
I'm fearful of breaking it.
I'm fearful you won't. Shoot. Sam, I haven't worn this gun for many years. And I haven't prayed since my wife died. I'm gonna start praying again tonight.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Sam?
Sure. I got all the time in the world. At least tonight I do.
Sam, don't do it.
Don't do what?
Don't tease with me. I know I've been mean to you, but I'm sorry.
That's all right, Ann. I should have known better than to think that a girl like you could be interested in me.
Interested? Well, of course I'm interested. Why else could I get mad at you?
Women sure got a funny way of being interested.
I like you, Sam. A lot. That's why I hated to see Hardy roll right over you. That's why I'm hoping you'll get out of here by morning.
No, Ann. You called me a coward once, and I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to be right here in the morning.
Hardy's out for blood. You won't stand a chance.
Maybe. Then again, maybe I will. Say, did you ever hear the story of David and Goliath? You see, there was this little fella.
I know, Sam. I know. But miracles don't happen these days. I never saw one.
You just might, Ann. You just might.
I wish I could have a miracle. I'd have it to have you out of here and me with you. Off someplace like we talked about once.
And you'd remember the day that I turned tail just to save my skin. You'd be ashamed of me, knowing it's gotta be this way.
All right, Sam. All right.
But will you promise me something?
Whatever you say.
Tomorrow, afterwards, if I'm still here, will you help me make that miracle we were talking about? You and me building something together?
Yes, I will.
Well, I guess it's about time we were getting some sleep.
Well, I reckon I won't get much sleep tonight. Well, good night, Sam.
Good night.
Sam,
Yes?
whatever happens, I love you.
Hey, Sam, he's coming.
Ellsworth? Ellsworth! I don't want to kill no damn kid. Tell him if he apologizes for hitting me, I'll call the whole thing off.
I'm not apologizing for anything. And I should have hit you the first time you badgered me.
Well, kid, it's your distance. What's your choice?
I'm glad to know that. Take hold the other end. That's my distance.
Point blank?
That's right.
You must be crazy, kid. We'll both be killed.
Maybe. But like I told you before, I got the Lord on my side.
Look, I don't want to kill no kid.
Then you apologize for what you've done to me. And the others here.
I reckon I was wrong.
Tell them.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Sam, you took such a chance.
The good book's against gambling, man. Sometimes a man's got no choice.
Oh, Sam.
Webb Hardy left the camp and was never seen again in those parts. Sam Smith and Ann were married. But even more important, Sam found his niche in life. In a moment of truth, he discovered a hidden talent and went on to become a prominent peace officer of the Old West. He never drew his gun if he could avoid it, and then only in defense of his life or the lives of others. Next week, another story of the Old West. See you then. In the West, a man's word was a promise to live by, or in failing it, to die by. An act of bravery was an everyday occurrence to be admired only in passing. except when a band of hardened outlaws faced it in a horse soldier who added that extra ingredient of stubbornness to his bravery in a mule like the Army's mule.
See if you can spot any dust back there. Let's get the kid.
We'll be all right now, kid. They won't find us here.
I knew we'd make it, Curly. Bad, isn't it?
Don't look good. Now, don't you worry none. We'll get you fixed up all right.
I don't want to die. Don't let me die, Curly.
Save your breath. You get yourself some sleep so you can heal good, you hear?
Please don't let me die.
That's a promise, kid.
If that boy don't get a doctor, he's not gonna make it.
I know.
We can't sit here for long.
I know that, too.
I guess we made it. I can't see a thing out there. What are you gonna do about him?
Wait.
What for?
Till he's able to ride.
We haven't got enough supplies to hold up here for long.
Well, then we'll get some.
Sure, just walk in some store and buy him. Every lawman within 100 miles of here is out looking for us by now.
We're gonna spend any of that bank money we got. We better move out of here.
We'll stay until Sandy gets better. Or until he dies.
This ain't no good, Johnson. We got a right to go our own way.
Yeah, sure. And get ourselves killed.
All right, soldier boy, hold it right there. Get down over there.
If you're looking for money, I don't have any. I haven't been paid in 2 months.
How many more soldier boys you got out there?
None. I'm riding alone.
You're gonna end up alone for good if you don't tell us.
There's no one else with me.
The law sent you looking for us?
No, I'm on my way to Fort Bowie.
The Bowie's in the other direction, south of here.
We've been watching you. You trail us in here.
I was running down a jackrabbit trying to shoot myself a meal.
Well, now, if that don't beat all. Who thought that up, you or the sheriff?
Move.
I don't know what you're up to. It's none of my business, but if you'll just return my gun, I'll be on my way.
Sure. You sucker us into believing you came here by accident, then we let you go. You go straight to the law and tell them where we're holed up.
No. Oh, I didn't like that at all.
It ain't, huh? You want more? You want to talk?
There's nothing more to say.
You see anything?
Nothing.
He might be telling us straight. We got ourselves an officer, Lieutenant Jason Beale. He's going to Fort Boy, all right. This here's his assignment orders.
You satisfied now?
That don't mean you didn't come looking for us.
Yeah, maybe. We'll just let it sit for now.
We don't mean you no harm, Lieutenant. Just being a mite cautious.
Overly so, I'd say. My gun, please.
Well, we'd like to oblige you. But I don't guess you'll be needing it for a while.
Now, you wait a minute. I'm under orders from the federal government. Detaining me is a serious offense.
Look, you ain't going nowhere till I'm ready to let you go. We got a man hurt bad over there, and right now, that's all I'm concerned with. How you feeling, Sandy?
Not too good.
Here, take some of this.
You intend on letting him stay here like that?
There's nothing else we can do.
You could take him to a doctor.
Well, if you haven't figured it out yet, we're in trouble with the law. This whole countryside is crawling with lawmen looking for us.
So what, isn't it worth taking the risk instead of letting him die like that?
That's the chance we take. He knows it.
We ain't got much grub left. Too bad he didn't get that rabbit he was after. Well, if we left Sandy behind like I wanted to, we'd be halfway to the border by now.
You'd sing a different tune if it was you.
But it wasn't me. I'm smart enough to stay out of the way of any lead.
Well, if none of you have the guts to take your friend to a doctor, I will.
That's not a bad idea, Curly. He takes Sandy into town, we move out, and Orne will be fixed up.
Sure. Say, the soldier does have some brains after all.
Yeah, a lot more than you've got. What do you think's gonna happen after he gets to town? They won't fix him up, they'll string him up. Listen, you got any more smart ideas, you keep them to yourself here?
I wasn't thinking of taking him to town. I was thinking of taking him to the army doctor at the fort.
It's the same difference. They'll turn him over to the law.
The army has no authority over civilians unless they break the federal law. Now, let me take your friend to the doctor at the fort. As soon as he's well, he can ride out.
Sounds reasonable to me.
That's no good. I ain't chancing throwing him to the wolves.
I say it's better than staying here getting caught.
We're safe here. At least we got good cover in this canyon.
That's right, Curly. But the longer we stay here, the tougher it's going to be for us to move without water and supplies.
You're not a god. You can't sit in judgment over a man's life.
Curly. Curly, I heard something awful. I ain't gonna make it.
You'll make it all right, kid. We'll get you to a doctor, yeah? All right, I'm gonna let you take him. But you're putting yourself on the line in exchange. If Sandy don't come back, your days are numbered.
You have my word. If he gets well, he rides out a free man. And then on he takes his chances with a civil lawman and the sheriff.
You didn't hear me, soldier. I didn't say if he comes back. I said he better come back. Or you'll be buried alongside him.
Let's not waste any more time.
Give me a hand.
My gun now, please.
All remember, soldier. There ain't no ifs. Okay. Let's get a move on.
Says I'm cured. Sound as a dollar.
Doesn't take a doctor to see your healthy specimen once again.
Quite a change from the dying man you dragged in here 3 months ago.
Well, I can admit it now. I was hoping we could save you, but I wasn't quite sure.
I'm a hard one to kill, Lieutenant. Kind of life I've led makes you pretty tough, I guess.
Now that you're a new man, maybe you'd like to change that way of life.
I've been hanging around here long enough. I stay any longer, I'm liable to get spoiled by that army cooking. I'll never forget what you did for me, Lieutenant.
Give my regards to your friends. You see them?
I'll do that all right. And a lot more if you ever need it.
Hey, Sandy, you're back.
Hello, Curly. West, Johnson, good to see y'all.
We just about given you up for lost.
You look good, kid, real good. I ought to after 3 months doctoring. But I gotta tell you, living with the Army is really something.
Sandy, we're glad you're back.
No more than me, I can tell you that, Curly.
Listen, I've been holding on to your share of the bank money, but it wasn't easy. These two have been after me to split it up, but I figured you'd make it back.
It's a good thing, too. Else I would have had to take all three of you on.
We spent most of what we had in Mexico.
You missed a big trip, kid.
There's no use standing. Come on. It's getting close to calving time. We figured on rounding us up some before they got branded.
We got a rancher just off the border. He'll buy everything we can get our hands on.
Will you buy horses?
Sure he will. Why?
A couple of days ago, I heard one of them soldiers talking about a herd they were moving up to the fort.
You're messing with the wrong bunch when you mess with the Army.
Not this time. They're having to use a short crew. Most of them soldiers been sent up north. By tomorrow, those horses will be a day's ride from here.
How many of them?
I don't know, but quite a few.
We'll take them, and we'll move them right down to the border.
Lieutenant. That shipment was your responsibility.
Yes, sir.
It's one thing to lose a horse in battle. It's another matter to lose an entire herd to rustlers, outlaws.
Sir, if I may
There
say...
is absolutely no reason, no justification for that at all.
Most of our men were out on duty, sir. I was working with a skeleton crew.
That's a poor excuse, Lieutenant. A technicality. And there's no room in the Army for technicalities. Your men should have never let this happen, under any circumstances.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want those animals back, Lieutenant. Every last one of them. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
You're not to return without them. If you do, I'll break you. You're dismissed, Lieutenant.
Clear. Push hard enough, we're gonna reach the border by night.
What's the hurry? We sleep here tonight, get there first thing in the morning.
Well, it's a lot safer carrying cash than playing nursemaid to this Remuda. We'll make it by sundown.
Sam, see who's coming. Johnson, down there. West, square, what's that?
Looks like they cut through here.
Soldiers, 6 of them. Come on.
Get back! Take cover! We got them. They can't get up.
How's it look? Rough. They got us cut off. We can't ride out.
We can hold up here till doomsday. Starve them out.
Hey, you soldiers! We don't want to kill you. Throw out your guns, we'll let you go.
We're in no hurry. We'll wait till the rest of the troops get here.
That don't sound none too good.
Let's get it over with now and get them horses out.
I don't want to tell you no more, Wes. Put that thing down. We don't have to wait. We'll fill you full of holes before they get here. Is that what you want?
We'll take our chances.
Curly, that's Beale. Lieutenant Beale, I recognize his voice.
So what?
We gotta let him go.
That soldier boy sure gets himself in a mess of trouble.
I owe him.
Maybe you do, but we don't.
We all owe him. It could have been any one of us. Beale! Lieutenant Beale! I want to talk to you.
Who are you?
Curly Bill.
You know him, Lieutenant?
Wave mad.
The law's been hot in his tail a long time.
Cover me.
Cover the lieutenant.
How you doing, Lieutenant?
Sandy?
Lieutenant, you sure got a habit of popping up at the wrong time. What brings you here?
Those are government horses you're holding back there.
Is that a fact? Well, we didn't pay much attention when we picked them up.
You should have. I told you stealing from the government was a federal offense. You boys are in a lot of trouble.
Well, unless I'm wrong, you're the one who's in trouble. But since you've been a friend, we'd like to help you out.
And you won't mind if I take that herd back where it belongs.
Lieutenant, you sure got a funny way about you.
Lieutenant, we don't want to hurt you, so we're going to let you and your men get out of here alive.
Appreciate that, Sandy. But not without those horses.
You better take what gratitude you're getting and move out.
But we're liable to change our minds.
That shipment of horses was my responsibility. I'm under orders to bring him back. I'm not leaving without him.
You stubborn fool. Now, go on. Get yourself killed over some dumb animals.
I'm not going to help you kill him, Curly.
You'll do what has to be done.
We don't need those horses. We can pick us up plenty of strays.
We'll get them, too.
I told him I'd help him if he ever needed it. A man's word has got to mean something.
You owe him. Give him your share of the horses. I'm keeping mine.
You know, someday you're going to be screaming for help, and there's not going to be anybody around to listen.
I'll worry about that when the time comes.
Beal! Go on. Take him.
Thanks, Curly.
West!
You had no right! No right!
Shut up. You're lucky I didn't kill you. That soldier's more man than you'll ever be.
Well, we're square now. You owe me nothing more.
Well, maybe so. But if you ever need us, we're on your side. You got style, Lieutenant. Style and a hard head. I like that in a man.
Lieutenant Beale never needed another favor from Curly Bill Brocious. Beale went on to a distinguished Army career, while Curly Bill continued his bad man's life. It's been said that Wyatt Earp killed Curly Bill in a gunfight, but others who were there deny this. In any event, the famous outlaw faded away, and to this day, no one knows for sure. Next week, another true drama from our Western past. See you then. Around 1870, in the brawling gambling town of Fort Griffin, lived a woman known only as Mystic Maud. Everything about her, who she really was and where she came from, was cloaked in mystery. But one thing was certain. She was the best female card player of her day. If cards made her name a legend, they also brought her to a strange end. But not before she left what became known as Lottie's Legacy.
Open for 25.
I'll call you and raise you 50, gentlemen.
50. Raise 100, man. I'll cut the cards, man. $100.
And I'll raise you 20.
$20 and call. You win. I'll be leaving Fort Griffin. I'll be back when I raise another poke.
You reckon your luck will change, mister?
Reckon it will.
What makes you so sure?
No woman ever beat me at this game twice.
Patience, pretty one. When these cards have spoken, your future will be revealed, and what is fated will happen.
You know I don't believe in cards, Juanita. Nobody can tell what lies ahead.
You have lived with the cards all your life. They brought you riches. They've made your name a legend. Why should you distrust them now?
Because I want more of a life than the one I lead downstairs. Were you ever in love, Juanita?
See? With a young, handsome soldier when I was a girl.
Did he make you happy?
See? Until he went away. I cried so hard. My mother said that flowers would bloom in my eyes. And you, muchacha?
His name was Jim. We were in love. To hold him to me, I made his life my own.
He had the magic with the cards, too, huh?
I never met anyone who was better. Everything I know, he taught me.
Did you marry him?
No. He wanted to wait till he'd made it first.
Wait, why? Everyone knows that love is a flower that turns to fruit after marriage.
By then, it was too late. He died in my arms in a gunfight.
Duele un poquito, huh?
All I could think of was what I'd lost. A home, children. I thought I'd never live to be like other women. And then Peter came into my life.
You're very fortunate. There are very few women to whom love comes twice.
This is my last chance, Juanita. I can't lose twice.
Have courage. The heart is there. It needs only direction. Tomorrow when you go to him, go with joy. Oh, mi Dios.
What is it, Juanita? What's wrong?
You must not travel on the stagecoach to Willow Falls tomorrow.
Why?
Because a man you know will also be traveling on it.
Who?
I can only tell you what the cards say. You must take your own buggy so that he does not see you. He holds evil in his heart. He can cause you much suffering.
Riker, I tell you, I can take her. There's no woman in the world that good.
And you came to Dodge City to tell me that? Got any idea who you were up against, Keys?
Oh, Mystic Maud. At least that's what she calls herself. I bet the name's as bogus as store teeth.
Maybe. But nobody's yet been able to smoke out her real moniker.
Could be there's something she's mighty touchy about.
That's her business. The one thing she doesn't have to hide from nobody.
What's that?
She's the smartest card sharp in Calico this side of the border.
I'm no tin horn either. I know tricks this Mystic Maud, or whatever she calls herself, never even heard about.
Keys, you're more of a rabbit brain than I figured. For every trick you've got up your sleeve, she knows a dozen. So stop dreaming.
My friends, today I speak to you on a matter that concerns our own Willow Falls. Your families, and your children. And someday, my own children, too. When I first came to Willow Falls, it was a wilderness of canvas tents. Today, it's a respectable town. But there are those who would like to destroy it. Last night, this letter was placed under my door. It advises me of plans to build a gambling casino here. Now, my friends, you have worked hard and you have saved to build this house of the Lord. Are you going to tolerate a temple of Satan here? No. I thought not. Card sharps, Jezebels, dice players, and their like are not welcome in Willow Falls.
Gonna be laid over for a spell, folks. You can sit or stretch your legs, whatever you fancy.
What's the trouble?
We went lame. Lucky we was only 5 miles from here. We'd never made it to Fort Griffin by sundown.
Where the devil are we, anyway?
Willow Falls.
How long do you reckon we're going to be stuck here?
Hour, maybe more. All depends how soon I get a horse that can travel.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Any place in town a man can go to wash down the dust?
Well, we don't have any saloons in Willow Falls.
Well, maybe you can tell me what a stranger does here to kill time.
Well, that all depends on how you kill time on the Sabbath where you come from.
I found a sociable game of cards as the best time killer any day.
Well, I reckon if a party can be kept nice and quiet, a man can always rustle up a couple of friends, keep a stranger company. My name's Abbott.
Joe Keys.
If you really loved me, Peter, we wouldn't have to wait.
Is there any doubt in your mind? I loved you from the day we first met. I often think that Providence must have had a hand in bringing us together on a train.
I never dreamed I'd ever fall in love with a minister.
You know, I keep asking myself the same question.
What question?
Why such a beautiful and wonderful woman would choose to share my humble life? There's so many other men who could give you much more than I.
Oh, I can find a husband I can live with. But I need a husband I can't live without. Oh, I love you, Peter, and you love me. That's all I need.
I wish it were that simple.
Since when is getting married such a difficulty?
Lottie, the Lord wants this church built before anything else.
Peter, I have money. Quite a lot, in fact. Well, it's more than enough to complete the church. It's yours.
Where did you get it? You're a school teacher.
My father. It was a legacy. Oh, it's yours, Peter, for the church.
Lottie, the church is for the people. It should be built with their money and with their strength. I can't take your money. We just have to wait.
Oh, why are you so proud and stubborn? Peter, why should we put off what we can have now? A new life, a place of our own. A chance to start over. Peter, there's something I have to tell you. Something you should know.
Lottie, you spoke of a new life for both of us. But don't you see, for me, it's already begun. I need your love. I need your strength so that I can carry on my work in the Lord's vineyard. Have I said something to make you unhappy?
As you know, gentlemen, faro is a mighty easy game. Pick the right card to win or lose. Any way you play it, the game is yours. So lay your bets, gentlemen. One of us is going to walk out a rich man.
Well, well. So that's what that rascal's up to.
Who?
Abbott. Looks as though he's called a meeting of the parish elders without even telling me about it.
Why?
Probably to discuss ways of raising money for the church. They know how much it means to me. Excuse me.
Where are you going?
Look in on it for a minute. Maybe I can help things along.
Oh, must you, Peter? It's getting late and I want to be back before nightfall.
Only be a minute.
All right. I'll wait in my buggy.
Letting my stakes ride on the queen, giving you all a chance to copper her. Place your bets, gentlemen.
Gambling. Do my words and my pleadings mean nothing to you? Can you so lightly destroy all the good that we've built together?
On my property, you're breaking up.
Let him alone! Let him alone! He's the Reverend. I'll pay the damages.
You men know what you're doing. To yourselves and to our town?
There's no law against a man enjoying a bit of sport if he wants to.
There's God's law. It can save you from yourselves. But you've got to want to obey it.
Who does he think he is breaking up our game? Why don't you people cut him down a size?
You can't. He's got everyone in town behind him. Solid. Mostly women folk.
I wouldn't take no loudmouth from nobody, man or woman. Who's that?
Mean Lottie?
Could swear I've seen her before. What's her last name?
Dino. Lottie Dino. She's schoolma'am. She and the preacher aim to get married pretty soon.
Is that a fact?
She's a mighty fine lady, Miss Dino.
The lady I know has a different name. And she's no schoolmarm.
Some hombre wants to see you. He says he has an important message.
Who is he?
I have never seen him before.
Take over for me, Rick.
Take care. He has the evil eye.
Howdy.
What brings you back to Fort Griffin?
I told you I'd be back if I found somebody to stake me.
Have any luck?
Not yet. But I've a feeling it's going to change real quick. Lottie.
You've got me mixed up with somebody else, mister. My name's Maud.
Everybody here knows that. But the folks in Willow Falls, the preacher you're going to marry, swear you're Lottie Dino, Schoolmarm.
What do you want?
Reckon 1,000 I lost and 2 more as a bonus.
That's blackmail.
Can't blame a man if luck is suddenly camping on his shirt tails, man. If I hurry, I guess I can catch that next stage back to Willow Falls.
All right. I'll give you the money. Provided you never come back.
You win.
Don't, Reverend! You'll get burned to death! Keep the bucket coming!
It's all over, Reverend. We might as well go home. There's nothing more we can do.
No, it's not all over. We'll build a new church. A bigger one. For this generation and for others to come.
That'd take a miracle, Reverend. Folks around here have already given everything they've got.
How about making room for 1 more, gentlemen?
I'm sorry, mister, but the game is closed.
Closed. I've got a roll as big as that wagon wheel, burning a hole in my pocket.
That's a lot of money to play with, mister. I'd hate to see you lose it.
Don't worry. There's more where this comes from. Maud, plenty more. Bartender, give everybody a drink on me.
Say, excuse me. Wonder if you could tell me where I'd find Miss Dino?
Miss who?
Lottie Dino. She teaches school here.
Ain't no teacher in Fort Griffin by that name. And Mr.
Green. Reverend Green. I wonder if you could be mistaken. She told me that this is where she lives.
No, ain't no mistake about it. I've been here nigh on 30 years. Know everybody. I sign 'em in and sign 'em out.
Afraid I don't understand.
Reckon you wouldn't, you being a stranger. My name's Crocker. I'm the town clerk and town undertaker.
I see. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Crocker. I guess I'll just have to keep trying. This man is dying. Someone get a doctor.
Reckon if he's cashing in his chips, he needs you more than he does a doctor, Reverend.
Please.
Anybody here know this fella? I need his name for the records.
His name is Keyes. Joe Keyes. We were playing poker. He'd been losing, and we picked a fight with Rick. Rick shot him.
Lottie.
You've made a mistake, mister. My name is Maud.
Forgive me, madam. For a moment, you reminded me of a girl I once loved.
Once?
She's dead now.
All right, some of you men, let's pick him up and get him out of here.
Lottie Dino sent Peter more than enough money to rebuild his church. He came back to Fort Griffin, some say to take Lottie back with him, others to return her money. But when he returned, she was gone. Nothing more was ever heard of her. But there remained one testament, a beautiful new church in Willow Falls, which became Lottie's legacy for generations to come. Be with us next week for another true drama from our American past.
That's enough.
Any of you men think like Sergeant Flanagan? Speak up! Sick and tired of the trouble I've had with you men since coming to this post. So I'm from West Point. Well, I'm proud of it. And I am in command of this patrol. Any questions? All right. Mount up. Well? All in! Sounds like it was over that rise, Lieutenant.
men stay here, Sergeant. Stand ready, men.
Zunies, they're supposed to be on reservation. We better get down there fast.
Well, they got us outnumbered pretty good, sir, if you ask me.
I didn't ask you.
Yes, sir.
Pour it on them, boys. Give them a lead. Go get them, Lieutenant. We got them running. You can catch them. Cease fire.
Oh, where are the rest of your men, Lieutenant? You mean you're all the army there is?
We were enough, weren't we? Well, sure, Lieutenant. We sure were.
And we're mighty glad to see you.
Any of your men hurt, Mr.
Conlon, Jake Conlon. Nope, me and the boys are just fine, thanks to you, Lieutenant. Plumb lucky. We're out picking up horses, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, them Indians started shooting at us. Tough spot.
Yeah, I can't understand those Zuni. They've been friendly on the reservation.
Supposed to be. Some people you can't trust, Lieutenant. You're going after them, ain't you?
No, not much chance of catching up with them now. But I'll report this to headquarters. It'll be investigated. Now, if you men will get ready, we'll escort you.
Escort us? Where?
Fort Bayard.
Oh, well, we ain't headed that way, Lieutenant. We're going towards Wingate.
You gonna go on? Suppose these Zuni decide to...
Let them come. They won't catch us sleeping again, no, sir. Thanks for the offer, though. We're all right now, Lieutenant.
Well, if you won't join us, good luck.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Thanks for everything.
Group. Yo. Dismiss the men, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Go on, Lieutenant.
So when we saw this band of Zunis attacking these horse hunters, we drove them off. No casualties.
Zuni? Off the reservation?
Yes, sir.
How many?
10, sir.
Well, you took quite a chance with 4 men. Good work, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
I don't understand the Zuni. They've been very cooperative.
The hunters said they came from nowhere and started to attack.
Where are these hunters?
They refused escort to Fort Bayard, sir.
They what?
Continued on to Fort Wingate.
Oh. Well, it isn't likely the Indians will attack them again, and we'll look into why they left the reservations. Congratulations, Lieutenant. You did a good job.
Thank you, sir.
How long are you on patrol?
4 days, sir.
I'd say you and your men deserve a rest. Give them 2 days, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
And I'd like more detail on these Indians later.
Yes, sir. Sergeant, will you tend my mount?
Yes, sir.
Tell the men they have 2 days off.
Yes, sir.
maybe.
We heard about that pack of Indians you drove off. Congratulations.
For what? When they saw us, they turned tail feathers and ran.
You're just being modest. It took real courage to do what you did, and I'm proud of you. Would you like some apricots? We got a new shipment in day before yesterday.
Sounds like a fine idea.
Lieutenant.
Yes, Sergeant.
I beg your pardon, sir, but I think you'd better come outside. We have a visitor.
Who?
Sanchez, chief of the Zunis. He's riding in with an escort.
Welcome to Fort Bayard, Sanchez. What's the reason for your visit?
3 white men raid horses of my people, steal many good horses, kill 2 braves. Braves hunt horse stealers, find, almost catch. Soldiers come, braves run off. No, soldiers catch horse stealers. Return horse to Zuni.
We do not have the horses, nor the men.
But you catch.
Well,
you not punish white men?
It's true. My soldiers saw your braves shoot at the white men. We thought that you had broken the treaty.
Treaty? You not punish white horse stealers for break treaty.
It was a mistake to release those men. We did not know they'd stolen your horses.
2 braves dead. Etar, my son, find horse stealers. Kill them.
No, you cannot do that. White man's law will show justice.
White man law gives justice. Zuni, take justice.
I think you're looking at this the wrong way, Lieutenant. I'm not blaming you. Nobody's blaming you. You made a mistake. If it was a mistake. We're not sure these horse hunters are guilty. You came on the party right here, huh?
Yes, sir. They said they were headed up toward Fort Wingate.
And they must be safe. I'll send a message to Wingate and have the story checked.
Well, if they're at Wingate, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Their leader, Mr. Conlon, said they were headed toward Fort Wingate. He didn't say where. Sir, I request permission to go out and find them.
There are 600 square miles of country there. It'd be like looking for a needle in a sand pile.
You heard what Sanchez said. If a Taha finds them, he'll kill them.
If the Zuni break that treaty...
You know better than I do, sir, that such action could lead to a general uprising.
I can't deny that possibility, Lieutenant, but it's a calculated risk I have to take. I can't have troops scouring the prairie for 3 missing men. Besides, Conlon's party is probably safe at Fort Wingate.
If they're guilty of horse stealing and murder, sir, they ought to be punished by our law, not the Indians. They're innocent. I feel responsible for their lives, for not insisting they return to Bayard.
I can't release any troopers, Lieutenant.
I believe I can attend to that part of it, sir.
You can attend to it?
Sergeant Flanagan and my patrol.
You just gave them 2 days' leave.
I know, sir, but I believe they'll be willing to come with me.
I rather doubt that, Lieutenant. However, you have my permission to try.
Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant, good luck.
Jack, I just found out. You going out there with a handful of men? It's crazy.
Look, Emma, this whole thing is my fault. If I'd used my head, it wouldn't have happened.
Well, what do you want to do? Get your head blown off to make up for it?
It's something I've got to do. Besides, just another mission.
5 soldiers against a band of Zunis? What if something should happen out there? Is it that important?
Yes, Emma. It's that important. That and other things like responsibility and justice and honor. It's my whole life, Emma. Can't you see?
Yes, I guess I do. I guess I am still young. With so much to learn and to understand. Be careful. That's for good luck, Lieutenant.
Troop! Yo! Up there, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant!
Wagon tracks and fresh, Lieutenant. Could be the Conlon party.
Conlon party, all right. We're in luck, Sergeant. Looks like we found them first.
I wouldn't bet on that, sir.
We've got to intercept them before they start anything.
But, Lieutenant, there are only 6 of us.
Keep them in here, Sergeant. And no firing. You are Taha, son of Sanchez?
I am Taha. Why does soldier come now? We have found the robbers of our horses and killers of our brothers.
If these men are guilty, they will be punished.
Taha will punish.
No. The army will punish these men who have killed your brothers and stolen your horses.
You turned them loose once. You will again. You do not punish the white man. He's of your own blood. We will take back what is ours.
That will mean the army will punish you and your people. I will get these men and take them back to the fort to stand trial. I give you my word.
The men in the cabin will kill you. You have too few soldiers.
Will you give me a chance?
I will wait.
How do we stand, Lieutenant?
Our only chance is to get those men out of that cabin.
Yeah, they're pretty well holed up in there, and if they don't want to come out, we go riding in like a big parade, some of us won't come out.
One man would have a better chance of getting in there.
I'll go, Lieutenant.
Stay here.
But, Lieutenant...
That's an order, Sergeant.
the best bill of sales I've ever made. Now we legally own them horses, boys. What do you think of it, David?
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Don't move, Simon. Don't anybody move. Toss your guns over there. Carlin. Over there.
What's this all about, Lieutenant?
Taking you back to Fort Bayard for horse stealing and...
Oh, now, hold on a minute. There must be some mistake. We ain't stolen no horses. We traded for them. I got a bill of sale right here. All legal like. Yeah.
You're under arrest for horse stealing and murder.
Murder? You mean you're aiming to arrest me and take me in for murdering an Indian? Shucks, Lieutenant. Nobody murders Indians. You just kill them. That tin soldier school of yours didn't learn you your arithmetic too good. There's 3 of us.
Take a look out that window. Check.
Hey, Ta. Where's your men, Lieutenant? Where's the army? Together we can get us some Indians.
You got a choice, Carlin. Either you come with me, or it's a Taha and his braves. Make up your mind. You haven't got much time.
Now listen, Lieutenant. If we go with you, how do I know them Indians won't shoot us down? Huh? How do you know?
I don't. I'm just betting that a Taha and his men have more honor than you. To shoot us in cold blood. Hitch up the wagon. We're taking them in.
They'll let us.
Looney, take these men now.
No. These men are my prisoners. You want war, Ataha?
Zuni want peace. With justice.
I gave my word. These men will be punished. Take the horses they stole and go. Hitch up that wagon and fast.
You heard the lieutenant?
Secure the prisoner, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Sir, mission accomplished.
Good work, Lieutenant. Make your report later.
Sanchez know whole story now. From your chief, from Etaha, my son, who sent me word. Own eyes see proof. You brave soldier, honorable man. You shall walk in greatness one day. What they call you?
Pershing, sir. John Pershing.
Pershing. I shall remember.
Lieutenant And a John Pershing who will walk with greatness.
At the age of 34, a young officer from Indiana was made a major general in the Union Army. It was the highest rank then given, and he was the youngest man ever to achieve it. But as they say, the higher you get, the further you have to fall. General Wallace was blamed for the near disaster which the Union forces experienced at the Battle of Shiloh. He claimed it was only a scapegoat. These accusations hung heavy on his heart. But later events faced him with his greatest challenge and darkened his life like a shadow on the window. In August of 1878, on his 16th annual return to the battlefield at Shiloh, General Wallace was still reliving the combat, refiguring what he should have or might have done, still suffering the dishonor he'd endured there. But it was here at Shiloh that Lew Wallace was summoned by his old friend, President Rutherford B. Hayes, to become governor of the lawless New Mexico Territory. Arriving at Santa Fe with his ailing son Henry, General Lew Wallace prepared to make the territory of New Mexico a better place to live, both for its inhabitants and his wife Susan, whom he left behind in Crawfordsville, Indiana.
Sorry, Father. Maybe we could find somebody with a card and they can...
If no one was on hand to meet us, I doubt if anyone will risk being friendly to us now.
Why is everyone ignoring us?
Shiloh, son, Shiloh. They're probably hoping that they can persuade the bungler of Shiloh to turn around and go home before he bungles the job of governor.
But everybody's forgotten Shiloh except you, Father.
Well, what else could it be? Say, that must be the governor's mansion there, Henry.
Palace of the Governor. Some palace.
Well, at least it proves that they have a sense of humor. You know something? I have an idea we're going to need ours before we're through. Come on, let's go.
Your predecessor left last night for San Francisco. Discretion being the better part of valor.
Well, apparently you two gentlemen are the only Santa Fe people indiscreet enough to talk to me.
Sheriff Garrett and I are from Lincoln City. Came down purposely to talk to you. Houston Chapman.
Mr. Chapman?
The only honest lawyer in the territory except you, General.
Governor. My son, Henry, gentlemen. I'll help with the bags.
The back door to the executive mansion is open.
Oh, thank you, Sheriff.
All right, sir.
Pat accidentally leaned against the door this morning, as we thought there were some papers in there we needed.
You accidentally went in.
That's right.
Well, it doesn't look as though the last governor was a very good housekeeper.
The cleanliness of the room measures up to his politics. If what I heard is true.
It is.
Well, I guess I'll go have a look at the living quarters.
Well, I take it that you two gentlemen didn't find what you came after.
We might have been a little high-handed, but we were hoping that by the time you got here, we'd have pieced together enough evidence to put you on the right track straight off. How much have you heard about the Lincoln County War?
Well, only the two factions are fighting it out for what they hope will be a complete monopoly of all New Mexico's ranching lands and natural resources.
with each employing professional killers, with crooked officials playing patsy with both sides.
It'll take me a couple of days to grasp things, Mr. Chapman. In the meantime, you can tell the clerk of the court that I order all records be made available to you.
Thank you.
I'll put it in writing if you like.
I doubt he could read. I'll take a run over there. That'll fill you in a little.
You've been probably wondering why Mr. Chapman and I have in such a hurry to see you, Governor Wallace. There's a conspiracy to keep you in complete ignorance long enough to settle things.
And naturally, both sides are confident of victory.
Uh-huh. They have arsenals large enough to stage a battle as big as Shiloh, and... Well, I'm sorry, Governor.
That's all right. I'll declare martial law if I have to, Sheriff. But even that won't do any good unless I do a little house cleaning first.
Well, I can give you a list of the known killers that I've arrested, only to have them turned free by court order. And Mr. Chapman, he can give you the name of each so-called respectable businessman, rancher, and territorial official.
It's Chapman. All right, I'll shoot the first man that tries to leave. Come on, line up. Come on, get down out of there. Get away from him. Line up, come on.
Who saw the killers? I asked a question. Every one of you must have witnessed the murder. Now I want an answer. Now look, I'm Lew Wallace, new governor of this territory. And you may as well understand right now that the days of lawlessness are over in New Mexico. You, what did you see?
Not a thing, Governor.
You know how many years you can get for withholding evidence in a murder case?
Now, I ain't withholding nothing. I was looking the other way.
You'll get nothing out of Parker, Governor. He's an old hand at this sort of thing.
2 or 3 men fired at him. What did they look like? What did you see?
No hablo inglés, señor.
Pues, voy a preguntar en español. ¿Quién lo ha matado?
No sé.
You can ask him in a dozen languages. And all the known Indian dialects. That won't do any good. I'll see that they get locked up, but I doubt if that'll make them talk either. Everybody's on somebody's payroll or scared out of their wits.
All right, come on, move out there.
Paula?
Oh, Henry, I thought you were asleep.
I was just wondering when you were coming to bed.
As soon as I finish this chapter.
But it's after midnight, and it must have been close to dawn before you got to bed last night.
Well, I certainly can't spare time for my writing during the day. I got a long way to go on that book yet.
Well, what's the hurry?
I'm not an old man yet, Henry, but the years are passing, and I'm determined to be remembered when I'm gone.
Of course you'll be remembered.
For your mother's sake, and for yours as well as my own, I'd like it to be as the man who created the story of Ben-Hur. Not the blunderer of Shiloh or the impotent governor of New Mexico.
But you're accomplishing things here.
I can't even find a witness to the killing of my first friend in the territory.
Well, what's happened to Sheriff Garrett?
Well, he's got his hands full in Lincoln County. I've got others on the job, not that they haven't any luck. You know, if we could arrest and convict Chapman's killers, it'd serve notice on every outlaw in this territory that from now on, New Mexico...
What is it? Who's it from?
Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid?
He swears that this is one of the guns that killed Chapman. That he'll testify against Chapman's murderers if I agree to his terms.
Which I will state to you if you will meet me in an hour at the old parish shack, which is out from town about... Father?
This is the one break that I've been praying for.
But he says to come alone and unarmed.
Well, I'm leaving the gun there.
Keep your hands away from your sides. Come in.
I'm Governor Wallace.
I'm Bonnie.
Billy the Kid.
Now, I might look like a kid. Don't get any ideas.
I came here to find out yours. The conditions you mentioned in your note.
You promised me a full pardon for everything I ever done. And I'll go into court and give you an eyewitness account of Chapman's murder.
My word enough?
Yeah, your word's good enough.
Agreed.
It was 3 of the Murphy gang. Jim Dolan, Bill Matthews, William Campbell. I can tell your boys where to pick them up.
They'll have to arrest you, too. I can't pardon you until you've stood trial.
I got that part all figured out.
Oh?
You see, I especially don't want anybody to think that I'm spilling what I know willingly. So we'll arrange a fake battle and I'll let your lawmen capture me.
Why are you doing this, Billy?
Anybody would do it for a full pardon.
You know I haven't got a shred of evidence against you that could stand up in court. Why?
Because I think them 3 had their hand in another killing. John Turnstile. He gave me the only honest job I ever had. My whole life, he was the only person that ever treated me decent.
I'll try to treat you decent, Billy.
You better, Mr. Governor, because to me, a friend's a friend and an enemy's an enemy. You try any kind of double cross, and you'll find no matter how many changes you've made in New Mexico so far, I can still get away with murder.
And I will faithfully discharge my duties to the very utmost of my abilities. So help me God.
Congratulations, Judge Bristol.
Thanks to you, Governor.
It'll be a pleasure to have a man like you on the bench.
Well, I'll probably make my share of mistakes, but at least I'll try to be impartial, whether the man on the other side of the bench is Pat, or you, or Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid, say. Sheriff Garrett and I have to get over to the jail again and see Billy. I'll sign those later, Henry. You'll have to excuse me till later in the day, gentlemen. I can't see anybody else this morning.
Does that go for me, too?
Mother!
Susan!
Henry! Oh, dear! Oh, no.
Oh, pardon me, gentlemen. My wife.
That better be who she is.
I'll wait for you outside, Governor.
I'll see you later, gentlemen. Susan, it's wonderful to see you. But what brings you here at a time like this?
Well, now, let me see. A sleeping car as far as Pueblo, and then the narrow gauge to Trinidad, and a buckboard the rest of the way. The driver's outside waiting to see where my luggage goes.
Oh, you're not staying, Susan. Ike was right, you know. This is no place for you or Henry.
Oh, Ike has a wonderful job lined up for Henry. He could take the buckboard as far as Trinidad if you wanted to go back east.
Susan, Henry is making his own decisions these days.
And I've already made mine. I'm staying. Go ahead and visit your desperado. Oh, looks like I'll have plenty to keep me busy before you get back.
Yeah, that's right. Half of the guns found in Murphy's warehouse are from Fort Stanton.
What was the name of the man who sold them?
Ritchie, yeah, that's it, Sergeant Ritchie. He worked in the quartermaster's office. Quartermaster knew what he was doing.
His name?
Enough to turn a man's stomach. Cigars. Better food than I eat. Liquor, even. He ain't prisoner. He's a guest to the governor.
Yeah, tell you the truth, Ollinger. I do think Wallace is coddling him too much. But he has gotten a lot of information out of the kid, though.
What about the commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Dudley? Ever hear anything to the effect that he knows?
You losers are right good.
Well, my wife baked him. Brought him all the way from Indiana. Have some more.
You can take my word for it. Wallace doesn't like that kid any more than you do. He just has to act chummy with him until he learns all he can from him.
Ollinger, Billy'd like another cup of coffee if you don't mind.
The pot's empty, but
He's more than welcome to mine.
Hi, Billy. I can only get so much out of him at one time.
Well, at least most of it's checked out so far, isn't it?
Hey, Hollinger, how about that cup of coffee?
Enjoy it while you can. The hotel service ain't gonna last much longer.
What do you mean?
That as soon as the governor gets all the information he wants out of you, you're gonna be treated just like any other prisoner.
Wallace wouldn't double-cross me.
You think he lied to you or to his pal Garrett?
Is that what he said to Garrett? That he was just stringing me along?
That's right, Sonny. You'll learn.
I already have. So will Wallace. You tell him, Mr. Governor, that if I don't get him, one of my boys will.
I will pay $1,000 to any person or persons who will capture William Bonney, alias the Kid, and deliver him to any sheriff of New Mexico Territory. Signed, Lew Wallace, Governor of New Mexico Territory. Did you have to put it on such a personal basis?
Well, there's been a lot of loose talk about that agreement I made with Billy.
I've heard some of it.
I thought maybe that'd help set the record straight. I did promise to pardon him for his earlier crimes, but I certainly didn't give him any license to keep on killing. And I'll be happy to testify against him personally when he comes to trial.
If he's caught, and if you're still around.
Meaning?
That he's leading Garrett and his men a merry chase, heading away from Santa Fe, then circling back this way. Garrett finally found out why.
All right, why?
Because the Kid has seen one of these too. And he's sworn that if it's the last thing he ever does, he's gonna kill you before they take him. Garrett sent me word.
Well, why you?
For the same reason I asked you to come here, Lou. So your family wouldn't hear anything about it.
Well, Henry's going back home. And in almost 30 years of married life, I've never been able to keep a secret from Susan.
There's no sense in making a target of yourself.
Oh, he's probably halfway to the Mexican border by this time.
Servants could hardly wait to leave here tonight. According to them, he was seen near here early this morning.
Rumors, rumors. If he was here, why would Garrett be in Lincoln County trying to pick him up?
Lou, we've got to get out of here.
I want you to leave, Susan. I've been very concerned about you.
I said we, and I don't mean next week or even tomorrow. I mean now, tonight, Lou.
Susan.
I've got a feeling in my bones that he's going to be here tonight, and you haven't even put a guard posted outside.
Well, a man I can trust are needed someplace else, and besides, this time I think you'll bones her.
Lou.
It's only a piece of tumbleweed being blown across the plaza.
I'm sorry. Is Ben-Hur really more important to you than your own life?
I told you it was only a piece of tumbleweed.
This time, yes, but I still
All
have a
right,
feeling.
yes, it is more important. I've got to get this finished, Susan. Leaving here wouldn't mean that I'd be safe from a killer like the Kid. It'd only mean that I'd be wasting valuable writing time trying to escape. And if I die, this last chapter half finished, it might never be published.
I'd still be remembered as the blunderer of Shiloh. This way, I may be remembered as the author of something that I feel is worthwhile.
Shiloh.
Yes, Shiloh still.
But even if you were to blame at Shiloh, you more than made up for it at Cincinnati, at Winchester, at the Anderson...
Susan, please! I've got to get it finished. Susan, when did you come here?
I never left.
Look, darling. It's finished. Ben-Hur is finished.
Oh, Lou, that's wonderful.
Now, if anything should happen to me, I want you to send that manuscript to Mr. Joseph Henry Harper, Franklin Square, New York City.
Pat. You all right, sir?
Ma'am? I'm sorry it had to turn out like this. But I had to take a life.
Oh, I wouldn't feel too bad about it, Governor. You see, I'm afraid you've gotten a little rusty with a gun. You didn't come within a mile of him. It was Ed was here who got him. Shot him in the back, the way to shot you. And it wasn't Billy the Kid. He couldn't make it. It was one of his boys, like he promised.
Billy's still alive?
No, ma'am. That's what I was coming over here to tell you. I killed Billy the Kid at Fort Sumner 2 nights ago.
It seems a shame that you're leaving, now that you've got things just about cleaned up.
Yeah, the job's just about done. Now I'll have to go back to the private practice of law or something to help me pay off my debts.
Your book's still not doing so good, eh?
No, in almost 7 months, it only paid me $300.
If it was only a matter of money, Lou wouldn't be so disappointed, but we both had such high hopes for the book.
Sure you don't want me to drive you to the station?
Oh, thanks very much, Judge. Susan and I like to walk across the plaza for the last time. At least we don't have to ride in a buckboard for 2 days going home. Goodbye, Judge.
Goodbye, Governor.
Susan.
Lou!
Well, what is it, Susan? Another message from the White House to atone for my sins?
No, it's from Mr. Harper. He can't explain it, but suddenly there's come a tremendous demand for Ben-Hur. They can't keep up with the editions. He predicts it will be the most widely read story in America. Isn't it wonderful news?
Wonderful seems like a pretty weak word, Susan.
The old wound stopped hurting.
Completely. For which I give thanks to you and to Ben-Hur.
This is a first edition of Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ. The edition was sold so poorly at first. Since that time, over 4 million copies have been published. And the phenomenally successful play and movies based on the book give further assurance that its author, General Lew Wallace, will long remain unforgotten.
those oxen there. Come on, prod that leader. Well, Mrs. Mann, this is a surprise.
More of a surprise than you think, General Houston. I'll take those oxen.
Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger. It is the year 1836, the year of the Alamo and Goliad. A bad year for Texas' little Army of Independence. Beaten, but not ready to quit. General Sam Houston kept his army moving just ahead of Santa Anna's victorious Mexicans, waiting for a propitious time and place to strike. But a wet spring has turned the roads into quagmires, and General Houston commandeered all available draft animals to haul the heavy artillery through the mud, including two known as Pamela's oxen.
Well, General?
All right, men, hold it. You didn't ride out here alone, Mrs. Mann.
Well, I'm used to being alone, General. Ever since the Battle of Goliad.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm sorrier than I can say about your husband. Didn't my letter reach you?
Yes, it did. But not my husband. Or my oxen I loaned you last winter. Those are my oxen, aren't they?
Well, you see what we're up against here, ma'am. Mud up to our eyeballs. Only oxen can drag a field piece through it.
Or pull a plow, Captain. Now, the General promised me my team back in time to make a crop.
Well, I'm right sorry, ma'am, but the fact is that I can't possibly spare them for another month.
Another month, General. I can't be without them for another week.
Well, ma'am, I'm sure you've heard the old saying about possession being 9 points of the law.
Exactly. So I don't intend to leave here until I've taken possession of them. All right, Captain. Cut the cannon loose.
What about it, General? You'll do no such thing. And I'll hear no more talk about it, Mrs. Mann.
As you were.
Captain, I'm ready to fire again.
Madam, can't you understand? If I lose the oxen, I lose the cannon. One is no good without the other.
And if I lose them, I lose a crop. I'm waiting, Captain. I'm going to start counting to 3. 1, 2.
All right, all right. Unhitch them.
Well, I never thought I'd live to see the day.
How was that, Captain?
She was bluffing, General. Come to a showdown, she'd have thrown in her cards.
Well, if that's true, why don't you ride after the lady and bring the critters back?
Oh. I'm sorry, General, I spoke out of turn.
Yes, sir, and the problem's all yours, Captain. Because you're going to follow her and bring those cattle back.
General, I don't know anything about handling women. Private Riggs, here's your man. Why, he's forgot more about women I'll ever know.
I wouldn't say that. But you're going to catch more flies with sugar than you are with vinegar.
How's that?
Yeah. You got a sweet-talker woman.
He's going to sweet-talk a woman like that.
Why not? A woman's a woman, Captain.
Well, now, that sounds just fine. Between the captain's tough talk and your sweet talk, Private, you ought to have those animals back by tomorrow night. Now, have Sims guard the cannon, and you and Riggs prepare to leave immediately. And that's an order.
Well, I reckon if you can't reason the wench into it, Captain, I'm going to plumb romance her into it. I might even pick myself up a little promotion.
Or a knife in the ribs from that Mrs. Mann. must have driven him upstream.
She know what he's fool at, and
Come on, boy.
yonder they went.
Yeah. Well, if it gets any darker, we'll lose her for sure. She must be figuring on traveling all night.
Horse packers?
Yeah. They passed her before she did, though.
Army patrol, maybe.
No, that's too far south for that. Besides, they're not even Army-style horseshoes. I guess that leaves but one thing, renegades, then. Now, that's strange. Why would a woman build a fire and then go off and leave it?
Everything's strange about a woman, Captain. Unless you savvy 'em. That's rule one.
Captain, don't do it.
Well, you startled us.
I meant to. I thought I'd be followed. Didn't think Sam Houston would give up that easy.
Where are your animals?
Up the hill in the rocks. You see, I just built this fire to keep the riffraff away from my camp. Anybody comes looking for my oxen, I hear them. That way I surprise them. What are you gentlemen up to?
Up to? We just followed along, see you got home all right.
You came after my animals, and you know it. Now, you just listen to me. I've done my share already in this war. I gave a husband. I loaned a yoke of oxen to the army. But I'm not going to let my children starve because General Sam Houston...
Oh, man. Looks like you dropped something. Now, believe me, Mrs. Mann, if we wanted to take those oxen, you couldn't stop us.
Then what are you doing here?
General Houston sent us to give you safe conduct. He admired your spunk.
He did.
Well, yes. You know what he said?
No.
He said that woman is a credit to the Republic of Texas.
Isn't that nice? You know what you can do for me, Captain? You can ride right back and thank him.
Or to leave you here unprotected? You probably didn't know there are a lot of renegades in this area.
Oh, now, I've heard about those renegades, but I haven't seen many of them. The closest I've seen are soldiers stealing livestock.
Well, you haven't traveled with oxen, ma'am. You and them animals would make a rich prize.
Oh, now, Captain. Now, who'd want a poor widow like me?
Well, nobody in his right mind. But they might pick you up and carry you off before they know what they caught.
Captain didn't mean that, ma'am. He's just kind of vexed that you won't let us help you. You see, we seen horse tracks back yonder. Might be some bad fellas ranging around these hills, looking for a pretty girl to steal.
I've seen those tracks. Probably Texas deserters.
I resent that, ma'am. Everyone in our army is a volunteer, and they've stuck through the fires of Hades.
Well, now, along with all the heroes, there's probably a lot of trash in that army. Now, since I've declined the General's kind offer of assistance, you'll probably be wanting to start right back.
Well, now, I bet you wouldn't want to send us back without so much as a cup of coffee. Hard as we rode?
All right. You can come along, then.
Hey, now look at that, Fergus.
It's a campfire, all right. Question is whose campfire is it? Mexicans or Texans? Maybe it's some honest traders like ourselves. Well, we got coffee and we got salt. Johnny, I ain't gonna pay much for goods like that.
Now, if we was bringing livestock, 100 a head for anything with 4 legs hanging down from the corners. Hey, maybe they got livestock, Fergus.
Why don't you ride down there and find out and get your head blowed off?
Well, how else are we gonna find out?
We gonna wait till morning, till it's nice and quiet, and we gonna ride down there and hit 'em fast. Get away fast. That's how we stay in business as long as this here war lasts. All right, the rest of you fellas spread yourselves out. We don't want no trading party coyoting up on us in the dark.
Only have the one cup, so you'll have to take turns.
Well, I'll just have a look around, see if any more riffraff has been drawn into your trap.
There's a man. He's a good soldier. But he don't know anything more about women. Little old snake knows about shoes.
And you do?
Well, let's just say I ain't totally unexperienced.
Well, now, Mr. Riggs, just what has your experience taught you about us women?
Oh. Like the way you all hone up for soft things, and like the way you all like perfume.
What else, Mr. Riggs?
What's your first name, Mrs. Mann?
Pamela.
Pamela. You know, a woman like you, Pamela, she could have any man in Texas.
Maybe I wouldn't want any man in Texas.
Oh, yes, you would. You're the prettiest woman I ever seed. Listen, Pamela, when this war's over, I'm coming back after you.
Oh, now, you don't mean that, Mr. Riggs.
I do, I surely do. But you know, this war, it's got to be won first.
I know.
And one thing is going to win it. That's oxen.
You'd want to take my oxen?
Would you give them to me? If I promise to bring them back? And stay?
No. I just wanted to see how a man who understands women goes about tricking one.
So you were just having fun, huh?
Oh, you let go
no,
of me.
I'm going to have some
Let
fun.
go of me. Help me. Stop it. Let go. Please. Let go of me.
Hey, that wench, she pulled a gun on me, Captain.
Did, eh? Now, you get back to that bivouac. This will mean a court-martial. I'm sorry about that, ma'am. I never thought he'd try to pull a thing like that.
Well, if you hadn't forced your so-called protection on me, it would never have happened.
Well, whether you like our protection or not, my orders are to see you safely to your farm.
I suppose I can survive another artilleryman.
like you better that way. With a spoon in your hand rather than a gun.
I like myself better this way, Captain. But in a man's country, a woman's got to play a man's part.
Well, I must say you played to perfection.
Well, how long do you think I'd last, mincing around like a city woman? Why, some worthless doings of a man would take over my farm in a month.
Who do you think will take it over if we lose this war? You know, they outnumber us 4-1. They're better armed. But what artillery we have, we can't move for lack of draft animals.
Such as oxen?
Such as oxen.
Oh, Captain, why don't you come right out and say it? You didn't follow me to give me safe conduct. You wanted my animals.
All right. Now, you know it, and I know it.
I also know you can't eat cannons, Captain.
What do you mean?
Well, what I mean is, an army can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, I raise food. So who's to say which is the better patriot? The farmer or the soldier?
Well, you've got a point there, I suppose. But when the Alamo fell, Travis Garrison had 20 bushels of corn left, but no gunpowder.
It's a hard problem, Captain. But I'm glad it's been settled between us. Go on. Eat it. You'll feel better.
I wish I could reconcile the way you seem to be with what you are.
Well, now, most women are a mystery. You know that, Captain. I'll get you some coffee.
Hey, you hear that?
I hear something. Yonder he is. All right, now you hold it right there, fella. All right, take it easy. Let me say my piece. Mister, you better start making your piece. You keep coming. Who be you? Private Riggs. You deserter? I wouldn't say that. More of a trader-like. Well, what do you trade? Most everything. I trade best with my hands down. All right, you put your hands down. Where's your horse at? Left him down the hill. What do you trade? Livestock. Beef cattle? 2 oxen and 2 horses. You talking about that bunch up there on the hill? We done got them in the bag. Yeah, well, there's a hole in that bag. They ain't anywhere near that fire, if that's what you seen. Where they at? That's what I'm trading. Where they're at and how many of them. How much? $100? 50, if we get them. 75. We'll get them. Camp's on the hill. We'll walk up. Barnes won't catch on till it's too late. Travis, you stay here with the horses.
It's Riggs and some other men. I don't know what they're after.
They're after my oxen.
Devil with your oxen. You're more important. Now get down.
Captain? It's me, Riggs. Right over here, Private. Get down.
They've gone.
Yeah, they won't be back. I'll see to Riggs. Man? Pamela. I've been thinking about those oxen of yours. It's even wrong for me to ask for them. I hadn't thought about the matter of the food for the army.
Well, now listen, Captain.
Stephen.
Stephen, I feel kind of foolish saying this, but after all, first things come first, and the first thing is to win the war, isn't it? So I want you to take those oxen back with you.
Oh, no. No, absolutely not, Mrs. Mann. How do you think I would feel knowing that you were having to work the earth with your bare hands?
Well, no, it isn't going to be quite that bad. You see, there are some neighbors. They have oxen, and, well, I could borrow them.
Are you sure?
I'll make out till the war's over.
What about after that?
I don't make any plans anymore.
No, I guess soldiers can't make any plans. Well, you're just as much a soldier in this war, Mrs. Mann, as I am.
Thank you, Captain.
History doesn't record whether Pamela Mann's oxen took part in the Battle of San Jacinto a few weeks later, the battle which won the war for Texas. But Pamela and General Houston, now President Houston, did become friends. So much so that when her son was married some years later, Sam Houston was best man at the wedding.
এবার আমরা কার কি টোকেনে লেখা আছে সেটা শুনবো। প্রথমে শুরু করি সাইমাকে দিয়ে। চাইনিজ। এবার জিনাত। গ্রিস। নিপা। স্পেন।
এবার উর্মি মাহবুব।
পেরু।
সাফার।
ফ্রেঞ্চ কুইজিন পেয়েছি। ফ্রেঞ্চ কুইজিন এমন একটা কুইজিনের উৎপত্তি বলা যায় ফ্রেঞ্চকে। তো সেক্ষেত্রে আমি একটু কনফিডেন্স ছিলাম যে কোনো দেশীয় ফিশ দিয়ে আমি ফ্রেঞ্চের যে কোনো একটা আইটেম করতে পারবো।
নীনা, দেখি তোমার টোকেনে কি আছে।
মেক্সিকো।
আমি জানতে চাই নসীন, আপনার টোকেনে কি আছে?
থাইল্যান্ড। ও বাবা।
জুয়াইরিয়া।
ইতালি।
And last, মৌসুমী।
ইন্ডিয়া।
ইন্ডিয়া। বরাবরই আমি মাছ রান্নাতে একটু দুর্বল, তো এই জন্য মাছের যখন ফিউশন ইন্ডিয়ার সঙ্গে হলো তখন আমার একটু মানে ভয় কাজ করছিল।
জাজেস, আমি তো পুরো বিশ্ব ভ্রমণ করে এলাম মনে হলো, বাট ফিশ কোথায়?
জিনিসটা কভার আপ করার পরে দেখলাম ওখানে 4 টাইপের মাছ ছিল অ্যান্ড দেখে খুব একটা ডরাইনি বিকজ মেন্টররা আমাদের অলরেডি ক্লাস নিয়েছেন অ্যান্ড এই দেশি ফুডগুলো নিয়ে অনেক ফিউশন ডিশেস করানো হয়েছে।
এই 4 ধরনের মাছেরই ডিফারেন্ট কাটস ভ্যারাইটিস আছে আমাদের রাঁধুনি গ্রোসারি স্টোরে। আপনাদেরকে আজকে একটা ডিশ প্রেজেন্ট করতে হবে। এছাড়াও আপনার যদি মনে হয় এর সাথে কোনো সাইড ডিশ আপনারা দিতে চাচ্ছেন অর অ্যাপ্রোপ্রিয়েট যেটা যায় সেটা আপনারা আমাদেরকে আজকে প্রেজেন্ট করতে পারেন।
সুবিধার্থে আরেকবার বলে দিচ্ছি, এখানে 4টা মাছ, রুই মাছ আছে, বোয়াল মাছ, ট্যাংরা আর বেলে মাছ। এই 4টা থেকে যার যে দেশ বা কুজিন অনুযায়ী আপনারা রান্না করবেন। আর একটু সহজ করে দিই, আপনাদের জন্য তো অবশ্যই মেন্টার্স আছেন। মেন্টার্সের হেল্প নিয়ে কিন্তু আপনারা আজকে রান্নার পরিবেশন করবেন।
তার জন্য মেন্টার্সদের টাইম দেওয়া হবে আজকে পার পার্টিসিপেন্টসের জন্য 5 মিনিট করে পাবেন।
তো সেরা রাঁধুনি থেকে আমাকে বলা হয়েছে আপনাদের উদ্দেশ্যে একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ দিতে, আর সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমার অপছন্দের কোনো একটা খাবার যেটা আমি খাই না একদমই, এরকম কোনো একটা খাবার মানে আপনারা রান্না করবেন এবং সেটা আমি দেখবো যে আমি এটা খেতে পারি কিনা অথবা আপনারা আমাকে খাওয়াতে পারেন কিনা, আর সেটা হচ্ছে মূলা।
আমাদের আজকের এপিসোডের তোমাদের টাস্ক হলো পারলে খাওয়াও।
আমরা তো দুটো টিম পেলাম, একদল চিনি দল, একদল হচ্ছে লবণ দল। কিন্তু আজকে কোন দল পারফর্ম করবে?
এটা আমরা রাঁধুনি কয়েনের হেল্পে টস করে ডিসাইড করব। লবণ অ্যান্ড চিনি 2 গ্রুপ থেকে শাফায়েত আর অসিত চলে এসেন সামনে। ট্রফি শেয়ার রাঁধুনি।
কে কোনটা নেবে?
ট্রফি।
উনি ট্রফি বলেছে।
ট্রফি শেয়ার রাঁধুনি।
ট্রফি।
কংগ্রাচুলেশন অসিত অ্যান্ড টিম। আপনি আপনার টিমের সাথে ডিসকাস করে ডিসাইড করবেন আজকে কি আপনি রান্না করতে চাচ্ছেন নাকি আজকে আপনি অপোনেন্ট টিমকে রান্না করতে দিবেন। কি ডিসাইড করলেন?
আজকে আমরা বসে বসে ওদের রান্না দেখব।
হাউ অবভিয়াস।
শেফ যখন আমাকে আর সাফায়াতকে ডাকলো, তো দেন যখন টসটা আমার ভাগ্যে আসলো, তো সবার ডিসিশন নিয়েই আমি আসলে ডিসিশনটা নিয়েছি।
টসটা অসিদ্ধা জিতে নেন, আজকে রান্না করতে হবে। তখন চিন্তা করলাম যাক অন্তত একটা হেসেল বেঁচে গেল, আজকে রান্না করে যাব, টেনশন ফ্রি, কালকে আরামসে বসে বসে মজা দেখবো।
আপনারা যার যার কুকিং স্টেশনে চলে যাবেন এবং আপনারা এখানে এসে প্লিজ দাঁড়িয়ে যাবেন।
আমরা লবণ দল পেলাম, চিনি দল পেলাম, আজকে রান্না করছে চিনি দল, কিন্তু রান্নাটা করবেটা কি
আমরা নিজেরাও জানি না আজকে কি হবে। কিন্তু যিনি আসলে জানেন কি হবে আমরা তার কাছ থেকে জেনে আসি। আমরা চোখ রাখি একটু স্ক্রিনে।
হ্যালো এভরিওয়ান, আমি বিদ্যা সিনহা মিম, সেরা রাঁধুনির সিজন 8-এ এখন যে টপ 14 আছেন আপনাদের সবাইকে আমার পক্ষ থেকে অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা। আমি জানি আপনারা অনেক লম্বা একটা জার্নি করে আজকে টপ 14-এ আছেন এবং আমি আপনাদের ফুল প্রোগ্রামটাই দেখেছি, খুব এক্সাইটেড ছিলাম যে কবে আসলে আমি আপনাদের হাতের রান্না টেস্ট করতে পারবো। তো সেরা রাঁধুনি থেকে আমাকে বলা হয়েছে আপনাদের উদ্দেশ্যে একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ দিতে, আর সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমার অপছন্দের কোনো একটা খাবার যেটা আমি খাই না একদমই, এরকম কোনো একটা খাবার মানে আপনারা রান্না করবেন এবং সেটা আমি দেখবো যে আমি এটা খেতে পারি কিনা অথবা আপনারা আমাকে খাওয়াতে পারেন কিনা, আর সেটা হচ্ছে মূলা। মানে মূলা দিয়ে কোনো রান্না আমি আসলে খাই না, সেটা দেশে অথবা দেশের বাইরে যেখানে আমি ঘুরতে যাই না কেন আমাকে কেউ খাওয়াতে পারে না। আর আজকের চ্যালেঞ্জ এটাই যে মূলা দিয়ে আপনারা রান্না করবেন এবং আমি দেখতে চাই এই অপছন্দের খাবারটাই আমাকে আপনারা খাওয়াতে পারেন কিনা। সো
ডিয়ার পার্টিসিপেন্টস, আমাদের আজকের এপিসোডের তোমাদের টাস্ক হলো পারলে খাওয়াও।
যখন দেখলাম মূলা তখন খুব একটা শক্ট হয়নি বিকজ মূলা তো খাওয়াই হয় সচরাচর, কিন্তু একটা টেনশন মাথায় কাজ করছিল যে এখানে নর্মাল রেসিপির কোনো দাম নেই, সো আমাকে বেটার কিছু আইডিয়া বের করতে হবে।
মূলত আমার জামাই এটা পছন্দ করে না, যিনি আজকে আসছে উনিও পছন্দ করে না, কিন্তু আজকে এটা আমার ওনাকে খাওয়াতে হবে অ্যান্ড আই হ্যাভ টু মেক শিওর যেন সে এটা পছন্দ করে।
রান্না শুরুর পালা, এবং আপনারা সবাই জানেন যে আমাদের বিজ্ঞ বিচারকেরা গত পর্বের মতো এবারও আপনাদের সময় দিয়েছে 1 ঘন্টা। এই 1 ঘন্টার মধ্যে রান্না কমপ্লিট করতে হবে, প্লেটিং করতে হবে, কিচেন ক্লিন করতে হবে, এবং অবশ্যই খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট যে পার্ট সেটা হচ্ছে কস্টিং। সো আজকে আমরা সবাই চাই এই 8টি টিম যেন খুব প্রপারলি সব কিছু কমপ্লিট করে। ওকে, সো আপনাদের সময় শুরু হচ্ছে এখন। বসাবো পানি দিব না, এই যে সাইডগুলো দেখতে গ্লাভস পরে নিতে যে আজকে বটম 2 পার্টিসিপেন্ট আমাদের কাছ থেকে বিদায় নেবেন তারা হচ্ছেন ডক্টর মুনিম এবং মাইমুনা। আমি তাদেরকে অনুরোধ করব এবারের সিজনের জন্য এই মহামঞ্চ ছেড়ে বিদায় নিতে। দুটো চ্যালেঞ্জ মিলিয়ে এই মুহূর্তে বটম 2 পার্টিসিপেন্টসের স্কোর দেখে নেব। ডক্টর মুনিম হোসাইন 37.6, মাইমুনা আক্তার 40.6। ডাক্তার মুনিম, প্রথম চ্যালেঞ্জে খাবারটা একদমই ভালো ছিল না, আমরা সবাই দেখেছি, বাট আপনি চেষ্টা করেছেন আপনার জায়গা থেকে। আজকেও আমি খুব আশাবাদী ছিলাম যে আজকের পারফরমেন্স খুব ভালো হবে, ভালো হলো না। বিজ্ঞ বিচারকেরা বললেন আপনার মেন্টর কাজ ছিলেন আপনার জন্য। আপনি আসলে এই মুহূর্তে কি বলতে চান আমাদের উদ্দেশ্যে?
সেরা রাঁধুনির এই মহামঞ্চের যে লেভেল, সেই লেভেলের জন্য আমি রেডি না। এই লেভেলে ওঠার জন্য আমাকে আরও অনেক পরিশ্রম করতে হবে, আমাকে আমার এক্সপার্টিস অনেক বাড়াতে হবে। আমার ফোকাসের কোনো ত্রুটি ছিল না। প্রবলেম যেটা, সেটা হচ্ছে আমার স্কিল, আমার এক্সপার্টিস, আমার টেকনিকগুলো স্বল্প সময়ের মধ্যে ধরে একটা আউটপুট দেওয়ার যে ক্ষমতা, সেটা এখনও সেরা রাঁধুনির মহামঞ্চের লেভেল পর্যন্ত ওঠেনি।
শেফ মাইমুনা এবং মুনিম, এই দুজনের উদ্দেশ্যে কি বলার আছে?
মাইমুনা অ্যান্ড মুনিন, তাদের দুজনের জন্যই আমি বলতে চাই ইটস ভেরি আনফর্চুনেট। আমার অনেক আশা ছিল দুজনকে নিয়েই, বাট বোথ অফ দেম আর রাইট। ইট ইজ ট্রু যে দে আর নট ইয়েট রেডি ফর দ্য চ্যালেঞ্জ। সো নেক্সট টাইম বি মোর প্রিপেয়ার্ড অ্যান্ড কাম ব্যাক। উই উইল ওয়েট ফর ইউ নেক্সট সিজনে।
নীলারাহানি পূর্ণিমা,
আসলে প্রথম থেকেই আমি যখন অডিশন রাউন্ড চলছে সেটার কিছু ক্লিপিংস দেখেছি, স্পেশালি ডক্টর মুনিমের, তখন বলেছিলাম যে উনি হয়তো বা আমাদের এই মহামঞ্চে এসে অনেকগুলো চ্যালেঞ্জ পার করে যাবে। সেই আশাটা নিয়ে আমি সেই কথাগুলো বলেছিলাম। আর মাইমুনার প্রতিও সেরকম একটা এক্সপেকটেশন ছিল, কারণ আমি দুজন বিচারকের কাছে তার অনেক প্রশংসা শুনেছি, ভেবেছিলাম তারা অনেক দূর যাবে। বাট তারা দুজনেই সুন্দরভাবে তাদের নিজেদের ল্যাকিংসগুলো এত ভালোভাবে ব্যাখ্যা দিয়েছেন, সেটার জন্য আমি অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েট করি এবং সেটার জন্য আমি আপনাদের দুজনকে আমি দাঁড়িয়ে ট্র্যাপ করি।
থ্যাংক ইউ। মরে যাবো ম্যাডাম, মরে যাবো, ভুলে গেছি।
থ্যাংক ইউ। শ্রদ্ধেয় রাহিমা সুলতানা রিতা,
আসলে মাইমুনা এবং মুনিন দুজনের প্রতি অনেক বেশি আশা ছিল। তবে একটা কথা বলতে হবে যে এই যে একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ আর এই যে একটা জায়গা, অনেক স্কিল্ড পার্সনও দেখা যায় যে একদিনের একটু ভুলের জন্য তারা কিন্তু এইখানে আর থাকতে পারে না, স্কোর কমে যায়। তো এই জায়গাটা এমনই যে স্কিল, ঠান্ডা মাথা, সব অনেকগুলো জিনিস একসাথে মিশিয়ে কাজ করলেই কিন্তু এই জায়গায় টিকে থাকা যায়, সাস্টেইন করা যায়।
থ্যাংক ইউ। মাহফুজুর রহমান, মাইমুনাকে নিয়ে কি বলবেন?
আসলে এই মহামঞ্চে ছোট ছোট ভুল একজন মানুষকে তার নিজের স্বপ্ন থেকে অনেক দূরে সরিয়ে দেয়। এটা মাইমুনার আজকের এই রেজাল্টটা একটা সব থেকে বড় উদাহরণ আমার কাছে মনে হয়। আর থাকে না যে পরিবারের একটা সব থেকে আশাবাদী বাচ্চাটা যদি কিছু হয়, এটা অনেকে আশাহত হয়। আমিও ঠিক তেমন, মাইমুনাকে নিয়ে আমি অনেক আশাবাদী ছিলাম, সে হয়তো সামনে আরও অনেক অনেক ধাপ অতিক্রম করবে। সেই জায়গা থেকে আমার অনেক খারাপ লাগছে। কিন্তু আমি যেটুকু মাইমুনাকে চিনি, সে অনেক স্ট্রং মেন্টালিটি থেকে আসছে, তার হচ্ছে অনেক স্ট্রং যেই বুদ্ধিগুলো থাকে, তীক্ষ্ণ বুদ্ধি দিয়ে সে সামনে অনেক দূরে এগোবে। তার জন্য আমার অনেক অনেক শুভকামনা।
থ্যাংক ইউ। নাদিয়া নাতাশা,
আমি আসলে গ্র্যান্ড অডিশনে ছিলাম, বাইরে থেকে দেখেছিলাম ডক্টর মুনিমের রান্না। তো আমার কাছে মনে হয়েছিল ও অনেক কিছু পারে বা অনেক স্ট্রং একটা মানুষ এই জায়গায় ক্ষেত্রে। বাট দুটো এপিসোডে যখন ও কাজ করেছে, আমার যেটা মনে হয়েছে ওর নলেজের অনেক অভাব আছে। এটা বেসিক আমাদের অনেকেরই থাকে, যেহেতু আসলে সেই প্রফেশনের না। সো ওই জায়গাটায় হয়তো আমি যতটুকু দিয়েছিলাম ও অতটুকু নিতে পারিনি। বাট আজকে যেটা করেছে, সে আসলে পুরোপুরি এফোর্ট দিয়েছিল। ওই জায়গাটাও আমার খারাপ লাগাটা আছে, যে চেষ্টা করেছে সে অ্যাটলিস্ট যাওয়ার আগে। সো হয়নি, খারাপ তো লাগবে, কারণ আমার টিমের একজন চলে যাচ্ছে, ওই জায়গাটায় খারাপ লাগছে। বাট আমি জানি যে সে আবার ব্যাক করবে, নিশ্চয়ই শিখে সে আবার আসবে। তার জন্য সবসময় শুভকামনা থাকে।
থ্যাংক ইউ। এবার যেটা আসলে রুলস, যে আজকে বটম 2 পার্টিসিপেন্ট আমাদের কাছ থেকে বিদায় নেবেন, তারা হচ্ছেন ডক্টর মুনিম এবং মাইমুনা। আমি তাদেরকে অনুরোধ করব এবারের সিজনের জন্য এই মহামঞ্চ ছেড়ে বিদায় নিতে।
What? Con leo dưới luôn. Không được rồi. Mùa thu đi qua. Về nhanh thằng này. Ok, em pha mình tiếp đi. Lại không được rồi, bố đánh nhau liên tục vậy. Nhầm 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 nhầm. Bri đai trụ. Nice 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 nice. Đó là lần cuối. Ồ, lại xong rồi. Xuống đánh nhau, xuống đánh nhau, xuống đánh nhau. Farm cả đời à. Hay. Sắc. Cả nhà ơi. 117 game thắng ạ. Bom. Đừng bao giờ truy đuổi X. Nhấn số đựng. Legendary, no need buddy. Có gì tiếp rồi nhỉ? Tóm xe cái tướng cứt. Ambessa. Chính là lừa. Ôi ơi. Cỡ mất Victor luôn. Hết 3 phút rồi ta. Đây rồi. Có boss rồi nha. Pop 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 pop. Đi trước đi mang đòn. Chưa thấy xong ngã mà đã ngã tay trèo. Tôi cứ nhớ là một lúc có tờ 500 ta. Ai giời, cái tờ 500 đấy mang nó tên dịch vụ rồi. Yes, I remember. Toàn áp lực nó à. Trông vào 2 tỷ đam, 2 tỷ gem. Ôi 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 ôi. Khơn lại một chút. Bắn 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 bắn. Khỏe nha. Ai ya 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 yes sir.